Ciao, mi chiamo Filippo Jorio, vengo dall'Italia e queste sono le mie 24 domande. I started dancing when I was 8 years old. One day I just asked my mom if I could go and attend ballet class with my classmates in Italy, and she said yes. And so my grandma then she brought me to the ballet class, and from that day on I never stopped. Well, there are many dancers that I look up to. For example, Friedman Vogel from Stuttgart Ballet, the Russian dancer Leonid Sarafanov, but we could stay here like hours because I have so many performers. Well, because I've been at the concert, I guess Lady Gaga and Beyonce are the most inspiring one. Not just because of the music itself that I like, but the entire concept of like concerts, dancers, and vocals are always really quite, how to say, really polished and really on point. It's really hard to describe how I feel while I'm dancing, because it's a feeling that I guess just dancer feels, or in general, I don't know, performers. But it's while I'm dancing, if I'm really sure of the choreography, usually I don't think about the choreography. My body has it in it, and so I just do it. And there is this teeny tiny feeling of like fear before entering the stage. It's like this 1 second where you are like, okay, if I don't enter now, I'm never gonna enter. So you have to overcome that feeling to then enjoy it finally. While I'm performing, actually, the only thing that I think is like not making mistakes. But if there is another thing that I might think while I'm performing, is that if I have a role in any type of production, I'm always trying from every performance to somehow make it different, to somehow adding, I don't know, a look or a movement or something different that obviously then it makes it different from the performance before. And I would say that's what I'm thinking, like, okay, today how can I make it different? Well, I practice from Monday till Saturday at Ljubljana National Opera, because I'm employed there as a demi-soloist, and we practice around 8 hours per day. And I would say that actually since I'm 8 years old, I'm actually practicing almost every day. Well, the dancing in heels just came randomly from one carnival party, that I just decided to put some heels on, and I spent all the night in heels and I was dancing like crazy, and my friends then they told me like, yeah, well, you're actually good in dancing in heels, you can actually do that. And then I was like, okay, why not to try? Why not to, I don't know, try a different style of dancing. Forever ballet shoes, those are my, you know, that's my life, that's my passion, and that's what is always gonna be. Well, depending on the budget, sometimes it might be a Chinese store, sometimes it might be Zara, but just recently, and especially for this performance tonight, I got my pair of high heels from a brand called United Nude. The hardest about being a ballet dancer, well, obviously it's a lot of stress on your body because you bring your body to the limits, but I would say is also a lot of mental stress because you are constantly put under a pressure which is performing in front of people, keeping your body in shape, watching what you are eating, and even though sometimes McDonald's it's nice, but you know, I always say that ballet is harder mentally than physically, Because physically, yeah, of course you're tired and you get used to it. But when your brain gets tired, then it's really hard to push through. And there actually it's where comes then the passion that brings you forward and brings you on. Which type of music I like the most and I like to dance the most? Well, I actually like music. Because of my job, I'm in contact a lot with classical music. And I in general like all type of music. My favorite is, I would say, commercial pop. But I like R&B, I like Latino. I don't like rock music. But in general, I think music speaks to people, you know. There is always that song that you want to listen when you are in a certain emotional status. Either it's sad, either it's happy. It's, I don't know, music, I guess it's a part of our life. What I'm doing in my free time, well, when I get free time, I like to go out with my friends. That can be for a coffee, or we organize dinners, and I'm actually a really social person, and I always try to surround me with good friends and many friends. And I don't know, I like also to go to the cinema. I like to, I don't know, sometimes I manage to go to Ljubljana Fashion Week. So these are the things that I'm interested in. I mean, I'm interested in anything that can give me an inspiration. I mean, it's hard to explain in the sense that whatever I do and whatever I want to do, there is always like somehow a layer behind, which is like, okay, from this experience, what can I get for my job, for my art, which is ballet. You know, when I was little, I actually wanted to be a vet, but not really like a vet for cats and dogs and stuff, but more for like big animals. I would have liked to, I don't know, be a biologist and maybe work in a zoo. Then I had a really, not short period, but let's say 2-3 years of my life where I wanted to be an army pilot. I don't know why. I mean, I like the concept of flying, but then obviously army, it's different. And what else would I do? I don't know. I guess anything that would be involved with art and with theater, or maybe not. It can be also with fashion and music or whatever, and something artistic. I decided to come to Croatian Super Talent exactly because of that reason, because I wanted to have one more experience to put in my luggage, let's say, and to get inspired from this experience, from this performance, from the people around me, and then put all this experience, obviously in a different key, into my job, which is ballet again. Well, I have to be honest, I cannot really say who is the strictest, because with me they all behaved quite good, and even though they had some critics, I think that they were constructive critics and not like, I don't know, like killing critics, you know? So I cannot really say who is the strictest and who is the nicest, because, you know, they are judges. So, and as an artist, I get critiques every day, and this is what makes people improve. Something that I would like to achieve. Well, there are many things. Like, I would like to dance with like a pop star one day. I would like to be I should have put this first. I would like to be a soloist in a national theater and like touring and having many like guest galas around the world, then dancing with a pop artist, and these are the things. Then obviously there are family dreams that I would like to achieve. My biggest support is definitely my family and especially my mom. She, together with my father, they made like a huge sacrifices to help me to get where I am, finding the best schools and the best teachers, and I'm really grateful to them. My biggest critic is again my mom. My mom is like destroying me, and she's like, because I know you, I know how you are, and you don't concentrate, you don't trust yourself, and you don't do this, and you don't. But again, critics are never, if they are made with love, they are never bad. It's always constructive. What I miss the most about my home, it's, I don't know really, like, I have to say I moved from home when I was 17 already, and I was living in Germany. So I'm quite used to be outside my home. I miss, for sure, my family. This is the thing that I miss the most. I miss the most spending Christmas and all those festivities in the family and in the house where, you know, where I grew up and you have all your tradition and stuff. This, I would say, is the thing that I miss the most. I would describe myself as an optimistic person, a crazy person, and a lover of life. And then I can put many others, but let's stop it here, please. The message that I would like to send to aspiring dancers is that this job takes a lot from you. So if you are not ready to deal with the mental stress and the physical stress, it's better not to approach it, because this is a word that can destroy people, like, badly. But then to those that they are willing to do this step, I just say push for it, believe in yourself, and never stop dreaming, and especially never stop dancing, because just we dancer, we know that how does it feel when you dance, and this, it's like opening up yourself.